Welcome back again, 5A students in the same session. But now I have to move with you to lesson 10 about the decomposers and their properties, also examples about these decomposers. Let's start now, please, mentioning what are decomposers. Who can, from the previous video or previous period, tell me how can I classify this animal as a decomposer? How? How can I say that this animal or this living thing is a decomposer? How can I say that? Okay, Liam. Okay, Liam, please answer. Liam?
When I see the animal, it feeds on died animals and died plants. This is we call for a decomposer.
Very excellent. Thanks a lot, teacher. So, when I say or observe that this animal can feed on the dead material or dead living things, I can tell, sorry. So I can say it or name it as a decomposer. Now, these decomposers, where do they live? Of course, I have to find other students to answer. Where do decomposers live? What, Jude?
Under the soil.
Excellent, teacher. I can say that we can find decomposers in the soil because, of course, the corpses, means the dead material or dead bodies, are buried in the soil. Excellent, excellent students. So, these living things can feed on dead leaves, dead animals and dead plants and transform them to the soil. Now, I have an important question. Why, for example, the earthworm, carries and takes all the minerals to the soil? Why? Why, Walid?
Because if some of animals die and a human it feeds on their meats.
Okay, thank you, Habibi. Who else? Jude?
It takes the skin of the died animals.
They take them to the soil. Why? Why, Leia? Thanks, Lynn. Why, Leia, they take them and carry them to the soil?
That's because
Yes?
dead leaves.
Yes, okay, thank you. Okay, thanks, teacher, a lot. Because, teacher, the plants can grow in the soil and the plants take the minerals in the soil. So, these decomposers carry these minerals to the soil in order to help the plants to grow better. So, I will repeat again. These living things like worms, spiders, ants, snails, centipedes, earthworms, and mushrooms, etc. We have many decomposers. We can find many decomposers. They live in the soil. All decomposers live in the soil and can feed on dead leaves. They can feed or eat the dead leaves that fall from the tree, dead animals or dead people, also dead humans, and break down their body to transform them into minerals in order to fertilize the soil, which means to help the growth of plants in order to make photosynthesis. Look at this relationship that exists between animals and the plants living in the same environment. Now, let's recognize some kinds of decomposers. The following document shows some kinds of decomposers. For example, Wood loose is an invertebrate, of course, invertebrate, an animal that has no bones. We took that in grade 4. Wood loose, this loose only found in the wood. Also, I have another loose, which is the head loose, okay? When your heads are itching you, this is the head loose, okay? Of course, we have many kinds of loose. Also, we have plant loose. So, wood loose, slug. Slug is a kind of mollusk which have soft bodies, centipede, earthworm, you know that, and also mushroom decomposer. I have to ask other students where we can find mushroom. Where do mushrooms grow?
Miss, in the farm. In the farm.
Okay, Habibi, thank you. Thank you, Dima. Where you can find mushroom?
In the soil.
Okay, thank you. Where you can find mushroom, Jude?
At the forests.
Yes. What, Hamza? What, Walid?
In soil and trees.
Excellent, teacher. Beside a tree. So the mushrooms grow besides tree. And if you move back in your minds, at the first theme in our book about the green plants, we said before that mushrooms are non-green plants or non-chlorophyll plants because they take the food from other living things because they grow beside them. Do you remember that? So these are some kind of decomposers, and as we know, decomposers can break down the dead bodies or dead material of other living things, including plants, including humans, or also people, and take their minerals, transform them into the soil, which are important for the growth of other green plants to make photosynthesis and produce their organic matter. This is all about the decomposers, examples, and their role in nature. Thanks a lot.